If you'd like YouTube, welcome back to another episode. Okay, so today it's time to do a water change on the rotifers. The culture's coming up between 3 and 4 weeks and the water's getting really thick and dirty. So it's definitely overdue a clean. Now I'll show you how I catch the rotifers to do the water change. One thing I bought, it was about £14. I'll just show you. There's this little thing here. The mesh is inside it. The downside is it's so small, plus you can't get the mesh out to clean it. You've got to clean it under a tap, so that's a waste of time. So what I'll do is I'll show you my DIY version and it works a treat. Right, so here I am. I'm in the bathroom and I like to do this in the bath just because it saves me making an absolute mess of the kitchen and the wife going off her head. So going to do the water change on the rotifers. Now, how I catch the rotifers is, what I've done is I've made a little DIY catcher. So I've used one of these, right? And I'll show you now. So basically what I did was just cut the top off, cut the bottom off, kept the top part. And the reason for that is I have some of these 200 micron mesh. It's really fine. So this catches the rotifers, and then I use a 150 mesh if I'm doing copepods, but I'm not doing any copepods just now, it's just the rotifers. So what I do is, so here's one that I've been using, so I'll just carry on using this one. But they do get clogged up, so you have to rinse them out, but not until you've caught all the rotifers first, obviously. So I just stick that on there, and then I just screw on the lid. I also cut this bit out here as well. So I just screw that on. It doesn't need to be perfect, but just tight enough so that the mesh doesn't fall out when you're pouring the water in. And that's quite tight. So that's my DIY rotifer catcher. So now what I'll do is I'll lift this up, pour out all the water through here. This will then catch all the rotifers. I'll stick them into some fresh water, and then once I've give this a cleaned out, sterilise it again, add the rotifers back into here, fresh phytoplankton, and then we just continue. I'll do this once a month. So here's my fresh salt water, the same salinity as what's in the bucket. So we'll just place this down here in the bath. Right, lift this up. Wait. Okay, right. Here we go. Now, because this is quite heavy just now, I'm pretty confident I won't be able to get it on target. We're tipping it up and I'll end up making a mess, so what I'll do is I'll open this little tap, drain out some of the water and make it a bit lighter, then I'll be able to just pour the rest on it. Now obviously I'm not going to make you suffer watching this drain all the way, right, so I'll speed this up with the editing. I'll just stop this just now. I'll put the bucket on the toilet. Right, so I'll lift this up. So you can see that the water's kind of slowed down. It's just with the rotifers clogging up the bottom. Now, can imagine if I was using that little one that I bought, I think it was like 14 quid or something it cost me, or £15. It'd have been near impossible to do this with that tiny wee thing. I think that's just for if you're just doing small amounts, but since I'm doing quite a large amount, this thing's better. But still pretty slow, like. Okay, so that's the water gone. Just get a torch in there. So you can see all that. Just looks like slimy stuff. That's all the rotifers. So I'll just grab the water so you can see. See all those little dots? That's all the rotifers. So we'll change this filter. So the good thing about this is I can take this out. That's still covered in rotifers. Right. Happy with that. We'll give that a clean off on the top. So, and then all I do is add the next filter on. It's a lot easier when I'm not trying to do it in front of the camera, like, but you get the rough idea. Like that. And screw on the lid. There we go. Ready to go again. I'll just move this to the side. Basically that's all there is to it. So the amount of rotifers I've got like what? Just a nearly 20 litres worth. So it's going to take a while to get through this, but I'll let you see how it is at the end. This is still a wee bit heavy for me. So I'll just continue to use this little tap. So that's pretty much it. Now I just turn the shower on to full. Get it on a very hot. Quick rinse. And then I'll finish sterilising it with boiling water from the kettle. Get everything spot on. That'll do. Bad. Right, I'll finish it off with boiling water and that'll do it. And then we'll get the rotifers back into here and that'll do. And hopefully, in about what day are we now? Day 3. So another 5 or 6 days, hopefully we'll have some baby clownfish. Right, last step, just boiling water for the kettle. Don't need much, just a wee bit. Get a wee swisharoon. Then once I've gave it a swisharoon, I'm just gonna dry it all off with paper towel, and then we'll get the rotifers back into this container, add some phytoplankton, and the job's a good one. So the rotifers are in here, but there's still little bits of crap floating about on it, despite the fact that it's all been through a sieve and everything. So rather than skimming the stuff off the top, I'll just get a siphon with a hose, put all the rotifers into their container, and just leave all the gunk that's floating on the top in that bucket. That was close, thought I was going to get a mouthful of rotifers there. Right, that's the rotifer water change completed. So all the crap that's in the bucket is left there, and this is all the just hundreds and millions of rotifers. So I'm just going to get a bottle and make a backup. So here's my wee bottle, 500 ml. And this is like the bottle when I first started the culture. I bought it off at eBay, but there was nowhere near as dense a population of rotifers as there is in this. This is absolutely teeming with them. Millions and millions, fantastic. So set up this backup culture in this wee vase, and this is just going to be handy should anything happen to the main culture. It's really nice to have a backup. Okay, last step, just to feed the rotifers. Since they're in the fresh water, they've got no food, so I'll just shift this camera. There we go, and there's absolute billions upon billions of rotifers in there, which is fantastic. So I'll just add some phytoplankton now. I'll just get the water to a nice green tinge colour. As the weeks go by, you've seen how dark the water got. It gets really dark, and when it gets to that stage, I mean, realistically I should have did the water change sooner than I have done, and it would have went through the sieve a lot easier, but hindsight's a wonderful thing, so I'm not going to leave it as long next time, and I'll definitely get the water change done a lot sooner. But that's pretty much it, so just leave it as it is, put the lid back on, and I am sure there is lots of happy rotifers kicking about in there. Plenty of phytoplankton to keep them happy. So fingers crossed we can get the eggs to hatch and put them into the wee love shack. So here's hoping. That's pretty much it for this episode, shipmates. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Bye bye.